Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Sporcle Saturday. I am yours truly, Pat Dooley, and this is the show where each and every week I put my wrestling knowledge to the test by taking a quiz at sporcle.com that is wrestling related. I've been doing this for a couple of months now, having a really good time with it. This week I took a sneak peek at what's going on, and I am terrified. This is individual WWE or World Tag Team Champions, which I thought on paper didn't sound so bad until I saw it. It looks, my hunch is, based on the way it's laid out, these are going to be alphabetical. Which seems like it would be helpful, except in my head, I have the tag teams together. So like if I think of Bret Hart, I'm going to think of Jim Neidhart. And they're going to be way apart from each other on this list, because the reign is not chronological. It's not grouped by title. So I'm assuming it's alphabetical. There's 240 of them. I have 15 minutes to guess them. Last week, I stumbled a little bit. Got a 76% on the Elimination Chamber quiz, which is my second worst score on any quiz since I started doing these. Only the second time I've been under my mean, and of course the mean has been brought way down because of my disastrous showing on the Hall of Fame quiz that I did back in mid-June. So it's the last week of July. Hope your summer's going great. But here we go. I'm going to take a look and see if I can get every tag team champion in WWE history. Here we go. Okay. I'm assuming the first one is probably Adrian Adonis. I don't know who he had the titles with. Okay, so I'm just going to start naming tag team champions. I know Bret Hart, Jim Neidhart. I mentioned that before. Okay, so New Day, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods, the Usos, the Shield, Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. I'm gonna jump back to childhood. Demolition, so Axe and Smash. Do they count Crush? They do. Okay, so the Hearts had it. They beat Demolition for it. They lost it to the Nasty Boys, Brian Knobbs and Jerry Sags. They lost them to the Natural Disasters, I think. Who lost it to Money Inc. I'm sure I'm skipping some back and forth. The Steiner brothers had them. The Head Shrinkers, so Fatu, Samu, the Quebecers had them, so Jacques Rougeau, Pierre. I don't think Men on a Mission ever actually had them. Owen Hart, and Yokozuna, Shawn Michaels, and Diesel. Excuse me. Alright, so, Legion of Doom had him at one point. Animal. There was a period where Sunny was jumping champion to champion in the mid-90s, starting with the Body Donnas, then they lost to the Godwins, and she jumped to them, and then she jumped from them to the Smoking Guns, and Billy also held the titles with Road Dogg. I think they also held it with X-Pac at some point. Triple H has probably had them. Big Show, and I was had him a bunch of times. Kane, Undertaker. Okay, so I've got kind of an outline here. Sonny King. We're going back to the 70s. I don't know those. Teddy DiBiase Jr. I know had the titles with Cody Rhodes. Goldust. I don't think I ever had him. Piper had him with Flair. Hogan. Tino. Okay. Hogan. Moondog King. So probably Moondog Spot. Moondog Rex. Yokozuna Zip. Okay. So I'm missing Zack Ryder. Was going to fill in that last one. He was tag team champions with Kurt Hawkins, Edge, Christian, the Dudleys, the Hardys, Okay, other tag team champions. Let's see, it doesn't say how recent. Man, I really wish this wasn't alphabetical. Austin had him with a few different partners. Rock had it. Farouk, Bradshaw. Blackjack's going way back. Mulligan and Blackjack Lanza. Okay, 3 World Tag Team. Jeez. Okay, well, Resistance had the titles at one point. Dupree, Grenier, do they count Conway as part of that? They do. The Clones. Okay, I guess it wants me to guess them individually. Epico, Primo, Carlito, Miz, John Morrison. It gave me Mo, so I guess Mabel must have been one as well. Punk had the titles at one point with Kofi Kingston, who I think I already guessed. Brock, I don't think ever had him. I don't think Lashley ever had him. McIntyre had him with Ziggler, I think, who also had him with Rude. Bob Backlund never had him? He did. Pedro Morales, I know, had him at one point. I can't remember who his partner was, but he was the first Triple Crown champion, so I know he had to have him at some point. Did Toru Tanaka and Mr. Fuji? Is that the Tanaka it gave me? Where are you? Yeah, Professor Tanaka, so Mr. Fuji was his partner. Okay. Jericho had him a bunch of times. Benoit had him. Guerrero. Malenko, no? Saturn? I thought for sure the Radicals had him at one point. Kurt Angle. Are we counting? Did the Freebirds ever have the... No, they didn't. Okay. I'm going to stop that sentence short then. Okay. Booker T probably had him. Actually, I know he did with RVD at one point. O'Hare and Palumbo won him from Kane and Undertaker. Or no, they lost him to Kane and Undertaker. They were the WCW Tag Team Champions coming into the invasion and then got jobbed out because we can't have nice things. Cade and Murdoch, I think, had him. Did I mention I don't like that this is alphabetized? Jesse and Festus ever have him? No. Anderson and Gallows did, though. Anderson and Blanchard had him. Did Tom Haku and Andre had him. Volkov and the Sheik. Boris Zukov, no. Zukov? Am I spelling it wrong? No. No, because he would be between Booker T and Bradshaw, because it's alphabetical by first name. Did Brizongo ever have him? No. I never had him with anybody else. Good lord, this is bad. Oh, NWA titles. That was Gunn and Holly. Headbangers had them. Thrasher. There we go. I can type, I promise. Good lord, this is hard. Alright. Oh my gosh. Keem and the Big Boss Man? No? The Twin Towers never had him? Oh, Boss Man apparently had him with somebody. Did Test ever have him? Okay. Maybe it was Boss Man and Test. I know they were a team for a while. British Bulldog. Okay, so Davey Boy Smith is what they want, and Dynamite Kid. Alright, I'm almost to 50%. Briscoes. No? I was saying Jack and Jerry, not Jay and Mark. I know that never did. Did the McMahons ever have them? Yeah, of course they did. Just Shane. Who would Shane have teamed with in 2019? I don't know. Sheamus. Cesaro. Just thinking of teams as they come to me. Masters and Carlito, I don't think ever had him. Didn't stop me from trying to type his name in, though. Heavy Machinery never did, but Otis and Gable did. As did Gable and Jordan, I think. And Wilder and Dawson. And Malachi Black? No. Big Cass and Enzo? No? Can't teach that. So 3. I'm just trying to find like multiple champions. Three-time World Tag Team Champions, starting in 1980. I don't know. Who else? Let's see. What else do I have that's multiple times? 2-time WWE Champion, first reign in 2018. Again, that was one of my blind spots. 3 WWE Tag titles starting in 2003. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I would have thought Charlie Haas. Okay, it is. But that's not alphabetical. Because Chad should come before Charlie. But that also isn't Shelton Benjamin. Okay, so that adds a new wrinkle to things. If they don't know what alphabetical is. 1972. 4-time tag team champions in the 70s. Starting with a C. 2-time WWE Tag Team Champions starting in 2011. Okay, I was sort of watching in 2011 who won the tag titles that year. Were there tag title matches at Mania that year? I was at that Mania. I've blocked a lot of it from my memory though. Del Rio ever had the titles? No. Barrett. Pat Barrett in 1975. Cool. Good for me. How about Pat Patterson? I think I already guessed him. And it was no then, too. I don't know. 2-time WWE Tag Team Champion in 2003. What were the tag teams in 2003? Oh no. This is very bad. Very, very bad indeed. Ted DiBiase and IRS had them. I already guessed them. Oh my god, Greg Valentine and the Honky Tonk Man. No, Honky Tonk Man never have. It was Valentine and Beefcake were the champions. Martel and Santana. 5 World Tag Team Champions in 1973. 8 champions starting in 97. Starts with an M. I don't know. It's not Miro, but because he wasn't Miro, he was Rusev. Even then. Okay. The hell has 8? Oh, I don't know. Mark Miro. Guessed Piper already. Oh my gosh, I'm crashing and burning. Oh, all of the thes are alphabetized by the. Awesome. Oh, I don't like the layout of this quiz. I know I've said it a bunch of times, but... Four-time World Tag Team Champions in 2003. The Bashams. I already did La Resistance. I already did... Oh my god. Deuce and Domino had him at one point. Guessed. Big Show, I guessed. I didn't guess Big Show. I did guess Big Show. He's under the Big Show. And Undertaker's under the Undertaker. And Foley. Was the 8 times starting in 1997. Oh my god. Did Kai and Ty ever have it? Val Venus had it with Lance Storm, Regal. That's where Test's tag reign came in. Raven? Maven. What? It's not Maven. Not in 1994. Alright. Who am I missing? I mean, a lot. That was bad. That was my second worst. Afa, of course. The Wild Samoans. Yeah, should have got the Street Profits. Should have got the Authors of Pain. Man, look at all these names. I forgot Bray Wyatt again. How many times have I forgotten Bray freaking Wyatt on these quizzes? Brian Kendrick, of course. Kendrick in London. Buddy Murphy had the titles with AJ. Bull Buchanan, I have no memory of him being a tag team champion. Must have been part of Right to Censor. It was 2000. Cedric Alexander, right? The whole Hurt Business thing. Jay Strongbow, Curtis Axel. Daniel Bryan. I don't even know who he had the titles with. Yeah, I mean... There are some oh, Nicholas, of course. There are some I should have remembered, but I don't feel... I mean, I feel terrible about this one because I did so bad, but there's a lot of these, like... Was it... I'm not going to remember Billy White Wolf. I'm not... I probably should have remembered J.J. Strongbow, but, like, Dominic DeNucci, Executioner #1... Haystacks Calhoun, like I don't remember them being tag team champions. Ivan Putski, Jules Strongbow, Chief Jay's brother. I should have done better, but I'm just glad I didn't do worse. It's not the worst performance I've done. It is just slightly ahead of that disastrous Hall of Fame quiz from mid-June. So, yeah, not thrilled with that result. But I'll try and bounce back. Next week, I am doing WrestleMania main events. So that should be fun and hopefully a bounce-back quiz for me. Not sure what the format on that one's going to be, but I will, we'll see next week. Until then, contact information is on the screen if you are a wrestling promoter or a promoter who is looking for a ring announcer, a play-by-play announcer, a commentator, a talking head for documentaries. I'm the creative lead and play-by-play announcer at FXE Wrestling in Hendersonville, Tennessee. I've done ring announcing work for the Southern Wrestling Federation in Tullahoma, Tennessee. But, I'm based in Tennessee, happy to go wherever. You want me to come to, I don't know, let's say Jacksonville, Florida. yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Yeah, give me a call. Go to Japan. I'll go to Canada. I'll go to Mexico. Wherever there's wrestling to be called, I'm happy to come and call it. Provided I get paid. But contact information is on the screen. Email address, social media. There's a link to my WhatsApp on Facebook if you would prefer texting over the alternatives. That is an option as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the news that's fit to print. I will be back next week, and I hope you will be as well. If you could do me a favor and like this video and subscribe to the channel so you get notified when the next episode comes out. It will be, spoiler alert, it's next Saturday at noon Central Time. Yeah, it'll be WrestleMania main events. So I hope you'll join me for that one. I'm looking forward to it more than I was this one. It turns out my instincts were right. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.